in the city. It is intended to bring sanity to our streets. It is intended to restore that level of civility in our city. It is intended to make sure that we have a street that is pliable for both pedestrians and also vehicles. You can have people selling all on the rims. You can have people selling all on the sidewalks.
Why are people? I want you to be specific.
Imagine people building items that are not removable on the sidewalks. People who have attached structure to fences around. All those things are what these exercises are intended to do. Everyone that has built structures linking them to fence, we're going to have them removed. Makeshift structures that have been built in places, we're going to have them removed as we commence this exercise next week.
You think what we're going through this, it said that people are not, I wouldn't put it brutally, it said that people are not civilized, or they are not aware of a clean environment, or to put it frankly, maybe cruelly, that people that got no business living in Monrovia are living in Monrovia. And so they still have that mentality of stuff that they do in the countryside, that what was done in the countryside can be done in metropolitan Monrovia. Could that be the reason? So that we got people staying in Monrovia that got no business staying here?
So I think to have that corrective measures into place, this is why we are bringing about the enforcement to be robust about it. Like I indicated from the inception, we have been rolling these exercises, but this one intends to be even vigorous and even more robust than what we've been doing over time. And this is why we are in the awareness phase. Through the public affairs section as well as the community service department, we are going out, we are creating awareness about this exercise that will be started very soon. The MCC is going to dispatch an inspection team in the field to make sure that you just don't come in the street, T-Max, to sell as a petty trader. This is a country of law. You need to obtain a permit from the Monrovia City Corporation. And how this works, you have to affiliate with the Petty Traders Union of Liberia. They are legally registered with the city corporation. When you are identified with them, you can proceed to the city hall to get registered, and then you obtain your permit. Daily vending fee is being paid, while you also have your waste management fee to be paid. But people want to come in the streets without
MCC seems to be making a lot of money.
It is not just about making a lot of money. It is not just about making a lot of money. There are people, like I'm saying, who are flippantly in disregard to what the law says. There are a number of persons who have converged on our capitals with businesses that they involved into.
And you are too impotent to enforce the law.
And this is why the MCC is going in the field. This is why we're going after them. Were it not for that, I wouldn't be on your platform this morning.
Let's look at it this way. When Siafa, you're not Siafa, but I'll ask you because you're the ear and eye and voice of Siafa. Mary Braw, for some time in Liberia, made a name for herself. What did she do? And I want you to be frank with me. Did she have the blessing of the government to do what she did that gave us that famous Mary Braw Saturday? And that is denying to Siafa. Siafa doesn't have much of that lofty relationship she had with government. Because Mary Braw kept Monrovia clean, take it or leave it. When she left, and we have this difficult chapter in our lives, in our history as a country. Now Siafa is there. What do you think? How was it that Mary Braw was so successful and admired? What can we borrow from that? What can the Siafa group learn from? What can you people learn from that? So you bring us back to the status of Mary Braw.
So let me say this very emphatically, that the mayor of the city corporation does enjoy the confidence and support of His Excellency.
That's political. I don't.
No. I'm being frank. I'm coming about.
That's been political.
I'm coming about.
Let's face it.
I'm coming to that.
I can see that if Siafa is enjoying,
he does enjoy
GMB support.
He does enjoy the support.
It's got to be reflected in the streets. We got to see that.
He does enjoy the confidence and support of His Excellency.
So he doesn't have any problem.
In terms of the president?
In terms of keeping our city clean, he shouldn't have any problem if he has the the blessing of GMB, he shouldn't have a problem.
No, this
We
does
shouldn't
not.
have a problem making the city as dirty as it is.
No, T-Max, this does not go to mean that when Mary Bro was there, she did not have challenges. That
She
was
had
also battling.
challenges, but
I'm
we
coming.
had a cleaner Monrovia.
I'm coming.
And I want Siafa, since he enjoys the blessing of GMB, we got to see it.
And this
Siafa
is,
seems to be having a lot of challenges. A lot of challenges. He might have the energy to move around as young as he is, but come on. The toddler wants to box. The hands got to be long.
And
when they are short, he wouldn't box.
T-Max, I am saying the overall of what is happening here is what we are about to continue to do. That is the enforcement exercise. This is not coming from anywhere. This is coming from the flagrant disregard to the rule of law, to regulations that have been established. And this is what we said the MCC is trying to show some teeth, and this is the process that is going to get started very shortly. We have been we have made a number, and I'm saying we have made a number of arrests. Just
arrest and carry them where? Arrest them and take them where?
To the city court. There have been arrests made,
and after you leave, they walk out of the court. And they come back in the street.
And just
so you don't have teeth to bite.
Some time ago, you had this young lady, just almost to the proximity of the city police officers, drank water in a plastic bag
and just threw it out
and just threw it out. Some people were like, "That plastic water, eh? That one bag of water."
Was she arrested?
She was arrested. She was filmed for it to serve as a deterrent. It's on the MCC Facebook page. She was arrested. She was filmed to serve as a deterrent. In fact, there were people there perforing and say, hey, you take the woman, you carry the woman. While at the same time, you have another group of people who trying to side with
that plastic bag being carrying the woman.
That plastic bag being carrying the woman. So I want to say this: a number of arrests have been made for people who were caught disposing garbage illegally in our streets. This enforcement exercise, some of the hotspots that you talk about, have got to do with the marketplaces, and this is why we are repeatedly calling on people to make use of the spaces that we have identified. There are people.
How do you keep them in the market instead of coming out of the market? That is to some extent that's beyond your scope of job, because the marketeers that are in the street, outside the markets, are people that are paid to the marketing, so the Liberian Marketing Association. So it's a three-way street. The MCC on one side, the marketeers on one side, and the LMA on one side. Three of you guys got to come together. So make sure that big guys stay in the market, not outside the market.
The spaces that were identified in those marketplaces that I talked about, this was an exercise done jointly with the LMA, the MCC, and the LMA. So when we are going out in the field, beginning next week, we are simply telling you that these places are available. We have more than 2,000 spaces that can accommodate you in 5 marketplaces around the city. So make use of those marketplaces.
Why are they leaving the marketplace and coming out?
Again, it's part of the culture. And to stop that, it has to be done based on what we are about to do with them.
Okay.
It is the corrective and punitive actions that has to be taken. And this is what the MCC is now rolling out. And the guy indicated this is not the first time. A couple of weeks ago, I told you, the Minister of Public Works and the mayor were in the streets. You have people in the street selling places they should not sell. You have people selling goods that should not be sold in the street. You can sell kobo everywhere in the street. It's prohibited as per the city ordinance. You can have someone put a table somewhere. Let me be more simple with this. You just put a table in the street. Then you call someone and put cloth on their hair and start cutting their hair in the street. It's prohibited. There are utensils, sharp utensils and other stuff that should not be sold in the street. So these are the awareness we're creating, and this is the action that will be taken as we go out in the street. So when this is awareness phase, next week it's not going to be just about awareness. Next week it's going to be about boots on the ground. It's going to be about actions.
No enforcement, now boots
enforcement.
on the ground. Enforcement. Boots on the ground means everybody's scared.
No, but
boots on the ground.
Well, you see, so you're very simple.
No. What I'm saying, it should be the enforcement. We say boots on the ground.
Oh yeah,
they seem military to me.
Oh sure, we're gonna have our boots on the ground. That's enforcement. So you want me to water the statement now?
You want to bring us back to the years of the MCC with Union 6 years ago.
No, so the context.
When you say boots on the ground.
Yeah, so the context.
So there should be enforcement. In a way,
it is.
It should not be boots on the ground.
No. Your boots on the ground is based on where you stand to contextualize that. The MCC is going to have a boots on the ground. It simply tells you the MCC is going to stand firm. The MCC is going to take some punitive actions. The MCC will be visible in the street, making sure that.
You sure if T-Max goes in the street and put my table down to cut my hair, will you move me?
Oh, certainly. T-Max, this is no joke.
Will you move me?
T-Max, again, I'm saying, this is no joke. For those who have.
I've known you, Diggs, as a little boy in Logan Town.
Mm-hmm.
Siafad and I have been through all kinds of layers and circles. Mm-hmm. Where you people move me.
Oh, certainly. It's not about your status. It is about enforcing what is on the book. It is not about who you are.
So you will not see the law, you will not see the personalities.
T-Max.
You will go by the law to enforce the law.
It is not about your title.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it is even expected that when you come with so much title and experience, whatsoever acclaimed status, mm-hmm. It is expected that you will be in full compliance with the law. It is expected that if T-Max knows that he should not stay on the sidewalks and he's doing that in disregard to the law,
it's a violation.
It's a violation
of the city ordinance.
Of the city ordinance.
So he must go.
You have to.
There will be no exception.
There will be no exception to that.
Let's look at challenges, because most of the stuff we see is the inadequacy of the stuff that CFA want to work with. What are your challenges? What are the tools you have?
The challenges cross across a lot of things. We have a number of them. For instance, you have sanitation workers who are in the field cleaning the city, and you have people fighting them. It is a challenge. We have had many cases.
So you fight for fight.
We have had, I'm coming to this. Mm-hmm. You have people in the field to clean the city and people resisting them from doing the work. You have people attacking our sanitation workers who are in the streets to clean the city. It is a challenge.
What are they attacking them for?
It is all part of the culture. It is all part of the culture. It is all part of the practice of people not wanting to adhere to the rule of law. People in the field to clean the city, and you are attacking them midnight. You are attacking them. You obstructing their work. It is a challenge. It is a challenge. The issues of logistics as well is also a challenge. But you see, it shows little is being done when you talk about your challenges and not talk about what you're doing. And the MCC has been making a number of strides to overcome these challenges in terms of logistics, in terms of any other hurdles that we have been confronted with over the last several months, a year plus that the mayor has been in office. So we are from engaging with international partners to make sure that we can secure logistics for the city, ranging from the issue about the fire department to that of logistics for waste collection. A number of interventions are ongoing. We are making a passionate appeal as well to the public. When it comes to these things, it does come about with patience. We need to exercise some patience while we are addressing the low-hanging fruits of making sure that daily you have people in the streets cleaning, making sure that in the night you have people in the street who are also cleaning, while at the same time engaging in the background to have these heavy-duty logistics coming in our capitals to make sure that we have the massive progress that we want to see. Anyone out there who have been following the track record of Mayor Sefa, you will know that there have been significant progress. When he took office...
Give me the success story. Let me hear the success story.
When the mayor took office, one of the practices that we had, you found people taking garbage from the community, and they would bring it right to the front of the main road, from Congo Town to Broad Street, a number of places where people would take garbage from the community and they brought those garbage on the main road. He had to shut down those places. You're talking about the front view You can have people bringing garbage and disposing them in the front view. It doesn't all go well for the image of the city. So that was part of the early interventions that were made. You had the mayor,
but they were not sustained. That's the problem. You like I give it to you.
No.
When you started, come on, you went where you were robust. MONROVIA instantaneously had a new look, but you didn't sustain that.
This is the sustainability effort that is continuing. I don't want to sit here and make it look like there was a pause. I am confirming on this platform we are overcoming hurdles. So to sustain this is why we are coming out with these different enforcement exercises that we'll be rolling out, and it's going to run for several weeks. We're not going to come out, you see us in the street today, and then the following day you're not seeing us. It's going to run for several weeks, and then after that we will be having the team that will be coming back to do some spot checking to make sure that those corrective measures that were instituted, they are still being adhered to. So
let
again,
me put it this way. You can deploy people. Maybe it's called a Douala market, or Joquintown market, or Raleigh Town market, or other markets. If you don't have the guys on the ground to sustain that cleanliness, it is just in less than 24 hours it's gone. The MCC does not have that kind of force to monitor, to sustain the gains. How are you going to manage that?
Again, just
let me put it this way: if it is curfew, I'm giving another.
Go ahead.
If it is curfew, who then forces the curfew? The army is in the street. If they say don't get in the street 6 o'clock, you're not getting in the street 6 o'clock because they have the mechanism to make sure that nobody gets in the street. You go to all the markets, Siafa does this dumper hero job, and when he leaves, the days come back in the street, doesn't have anybody to make sure that we clean this place. So what do you?
So it's done two ways. It's not just a fixed way that this is done. You can have, like you say, even when we talk about the curfew, people are dispatched in the field temporarily. After a certain period of time, they are called back to the military barracks or wheresoever place. So it's the same with the city corporation. You're going to have a regular monitoring of these places.
Will there be personnel from city corporation?
The MONROVIA City Police.
Police.
We have the MONROVIA City Police. We do have
And would that come in conflict with Liberian National Police?
No, we enjoyed a cordial working relationship with the Liberian National Police.
Why don't you partner with them?
So again, we are partnering with them. Were you to just look at some of the city police booths that we install in the streets, who do you see there? Both the LNP and that of the MONROVIA City Police officers. We are working jointly to make sure that we can address some of these things. But again, for example, we have had some lapses as well with some issues with down slipway. You had community members going right by the police depot to use that place as a dumping ground.
Right before the police.
Right before the police. Even if the MONROVIA City Police is not there, or the hierarchy of the city corporation, they are not there, it is expected that there will be some intervention in terms of deterrence for those who are going to that spot to dispose garbage. So this is the partnership that we are talking about in terms of working along with the city, with the Liberian National Police. So a number of things are being done jointly with the Liberian National Police with regard to that.
When you look in MONROVIA after 9th Street, it's a different MONROVIA after 9th Street.
Yeah.
You don't experience sort of faith we experience when we're from 9th Street all the way to Waterside.
Yeah.
Or across the bridge. What is the difference? Why? Different kinds of people, different places, different mentality, different exposure. What is that?
The other places you talk about, those are hotspots for informal activities. So this is the reason why you will have that level of congestion. You're going to have that level of field also experience at some of the places you talk about. Those are places known for a huge or avalanche of informal activities. So, and this is what this exercise is all about. So the city corporation is not just sitting supinely. We are engaging. You talk about some of the success stories of the city corporation. You see, often at times people know the city hall for garbage collection, and this is why we want to make sure that this is where we are scoring the huge points. But there are a number of other interventions that are being made by the city corporation, ranging from capacity building to the issue about forging partnership with international actors to leverage on some of these benefits that we can get from the foreign scene. Just a few weeks ago, we had partners from Guizhou, China. We had partners from Winston-Salem City also. We now have 25 scholarship opportunities for young people in Monrovia who will be traveling to Guizhou, China to obtain masters.
These clean the streets. I don't want to go to school. Clean the streets.
No, you can tell me you don't want. No, I'm coming. You don't want to. You can tell me you don't want to go to school.
Partnership with MCC. Let them bring trucks.
That's what I'm saying. It's all
let them bring trucks.
T-Max.
You give them scholarship. The boys not coming by.
T-Max. Let me say this again. They provided us with a fire truck as well. Do you know why we need it? You have a sanitary landfill, Wentown. I'm sure you know about it.
I know Wentown.
Wentown sanitary landfill. You do need a fire service truck or a fire engine to respond to the frequent fire outbreaks that we experience at the landfill. Is that not a positive?
Why are we experiencing that fire outbreak at the landfill?
Well, it's all part of the process as well. When you have a huge stockpile of garbage,
you burn it.
You also have to go there to cut off that fire. So
okay.
we got a truck from them.
You burn the garbage.
Yeah. You go there to put it off.
To put it off.
Yeah, to put it off. So you have high instances of such. So you have that. That also is a positive step as well, having that logistics being awarded. So you're talking about the scholarship that was awarded as well. It's also a positive step as well. You have the mayor, when he took office, we have 2 facilities we refer to as the transfer stations. You have one at Fiamma, you have the other at Stockton Creek. Those are the places when we collect the garbage from Central Monrovia. They are there for temporary withholding before they are permanently disposed at Wentown. When he inherited the leadership.
The one in Fiamma, isn't that for water and sewer?
No, not.
It's for
you have a sanitary. You have a facility that the MCC
okay.
facility is there.
Okay.
That's the transfer station. So you have garbage stored.
How long do you keep the garbage there?
So we are there frequently. Once we are done with the day activity, we go there and start taking them to Wentown.
Okay.
So that facility was inherited in ruins. Let me say those facilities, because even the one at Stockton Creek, they were decimated. They were in utter ruins. Were you to see the images of what we inherited at Wentown, at Stockton Creek and Fiamma, they were in total tatters. But it had to take his leadership to renovate it and modernize those facilities. Today you're talking about a modern transfer station at both Fiamma and Stockton Creek facility as well. So a number of interventions have been made by the city corporation. I'm talking about the active day and night sanitation exercise that we have going out. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you have sanitation workers who hit the streets cleaning. If I send you the photo of how Monrovia looks when that exercise is done, even up to the morning hours, T-Max, you wouldn't even believe it. It is sane. So it is the enforcement exercise.
After 10 o'clock in the morning,
yes,
it's gone back to square one.
And everything comes back to what we're saying. The hotspots that we're talking about, the Jogbert market, we have made arrests of those places as well, with people who were just illegally disposed garbage in the streets. So with this exercise and the continuous interventions of the MCC that will be rolling out in the coming several weeks, you're going to see a total difference. We're going to be robust about this exercise. We are being very intentional about this. We are being very practical about this exercise to make sure that we can have that level of envy in our city, that others will come and see and say, yeah, I think something is happening in Monrovia. So this is what we're doing. And we are appealing. We are making passionate appeal. We're not taking people out of job. We're not saying we don't want you to be in the streets, but we are saying, one, make sure that before coming in the street, you obtain a permit from the city corporation. We are saying when you are in the street selling, do not sell on the sidewalks. We are saying when you're in the street selling, you just can't bring anything to sell in the street. You need to bring what the MCC approves.
Let me put it this way to you. It's closer to us, and I think you have an experience in that.
Go ahead.
Mecklin Street. Our ladies, those girls. Will you allow them to sell there?
again, the exercise that will be rolled out is going to affect. Merkley Street is one of the areas that this exercise intends to affect heavily, because it is one of the hotspots also that we are talking about. Merkley Street is one of the many places that this exercise is going to affect. If you are selling in unauthorized location, if you are selling goods that are not supposed to be sold in the streets, this exercise.
For instance, let's put it this way: they sell blouses, they sell trousers. Our guys sell the jean trousers.
Yeah.
Some people sell all kind of stuff in the street.
Yeah.
So, which one has to be sold in the street? Which one you don't have to sell in the street?
No, for that. It is
the girl with the blouses and trousers and tights
it is allowed, but let me tell you what is not allowed. You have, for example, petty trader. When you say petty, you say small.
Are wheelbarrows allowed?
I'm coming. When you say petty, you say what? Small, right? So you have someone coming with a table that lines up from here until going to the next studio there, and they're still calling that petty. So that is not the petty trade that we're talking about.
That's a major trade.
Yeah, that's a major one. You have someone having a shop, and then they bring some of the goods right outside, and they say, oh yeah, that my petty trade are doing. So those things are not going to be allowed. They're not going to be allowed.
What if they paid for that? Will you allow them?
No, that's the reason why, if it is not allowed, you're not going to allow someone to pay for that.
Okay.
So you're getting it. You can shoot yourself in the leg. You can tell someone this
is
illegal, while at the same time trying to take money from them. So you're going to be shooting yourself.
We come to that money aspect of MCC. Though it is going through challenges, but there are some ugly faces showing up. Let's take our break, and when we come back, call us on those numbers on 077777107. Better stay coming on 07772212223. Use our Facebook page, Sky Communications Liberia. Our special studio girl, Vanny Deeks, PRO of the MCC.
Uptown Garage, where they fix your soul.
Got car troubles? Don't stress. Drive into Uptown Garage. From quick oil changes to complete engine overhauls, we've got you covered. Our skilled mechanics use the latest technology to diagnose and fix your car right the first time. Need tires, brakes, or just a tune-up? We'll get you back on the road, safe and sound. Convenient, affordable, reliable. That's Uptown Garage. Your satisfaction is our top priority. Visit us today at Broad and Nelson Streets. You can also find us on RIA Road, Rehab. Uptown Garage, where your car gets the care it deserves. Relax. Our well house is full of everything that you will never go out of spare parts. It's more than just service. It's the Uptown experience. Visit us today and see why we're the name you can trust. Uptown Garage, driving excellence every day.
Uptown Garage, where they fuel your dreams. Great and we'll make it shine. Fix your ride, make it run divine. Turn every breakdown into hope. Every engine finds its new scope.
I feel intestate, I won't dream. Give me bravo, bravo. I feel intestate, I won't dream. Give me bravo, bravo. Bravo, 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 water. Bravo, bravo,
Bravo Mineral Water, the purest, most refreshing water, packed with essential minerals. Bravo delivers hydration that fills your day. Choose Bravo for any occasion. Comes in a sack of 15 bottles, not 12 bottles anymore. Bravo recommended for babies. Found in all shops, stores, and supermarkets near you. Bravo Mineral Water, refreshment that goes beyond the ordinary.
Bravo Water. Call us now on 0776 111 100 for your Bravo Water delivery. Drink it fresh, drink it pure, always Bravo. Young boy, young girl, drinking Bravo. I feel it tested, I won't drink. Give me Bravo, Bravo. Bravo, bravo, Bravo Water.
Hey, they're rushing. Why are you rushing to so?
You, Judy, don't give me hard time, man. I'm going to the bank to get my cash because the bank was so close.
You can't use the ATM?
My ATM card expired ever since.
My man, you don't need ATM card. Just use the mobile app and generate an e-token. All you have to do is to just log on the app you click on Express Cash. Then you select ATM. From there now you select Generate e-token. Then you select the account you want the money to come from. From there you select the currency that you want. If they're Liberian dollars or US dollars, then you put in the amount that you want, whether $10 or $20, you put it in, you generate your e-token. It's simple, like 8 numbers that will come to you. When you get that number, just go to any ATM name. All you have to do is to just select the C Express Cash on the ATM now. The place where you're supposed to put your ATM pin, that way you pull that 8 number. Then it will ask you for the amount. That money where you generated, that money will come with the ATM will pay you.
So simple. Ego Banners for me again. I will always make use of the Express service big time. Echo Bank, the Pan-African Bank. The Pan-African Bank.
Thank you very much. Back on 50/50 on the Monday morning. Our special studio guest, Vanny Dix, the PR for MCC. There was some intervention encapsulated into what they call the one-stop shopping.
Yeah.
What is it?
So
It's new to
yeah.
So what is it? Before we open the lines,
It's new to the city hall, yeah, you're right. So upon his ascension as mayor of the city corporation, the mayor thought it would be very important to make business very convenient, fast, and easy for the residents in our city. So one of the landmark interventions that he made was the establishment of the one-stop shop center that we have at the city corporation. Back then, were you to go to the city hall to pay municipal taxes, you would be running upstairs, downstairs, you would be running to the back to different offices to make your payment. That is not the case today at the city hall. Today at the city hall, you have a one-stop shop center where you go and all of the fees are paid. You have a banking institution within the city hall. That was not the case. A few weeks ago, I followed Senator DeLong and he was quizzing the DG of the Port Authority, and he was telling him how important it would be to have a one-stop shop at the port. And I was like, wow. And the city hall is already at an advanced stage with this. So we do have a one-stop shop at the city hall where your payments can be made, and this is
instead of move from
one place to the other.
Okay,
all of your payments are made in the single place and you obtain your receipt right on the spot and leave the city hall. We want to use this medium to encourage residents in our city, those who have paid obligations with the city corporation. Please make use of the one-stop shop center at the city hall. Stop paying money to employees on the sidewalk.
What if I'm coming from Newtown? What if I'm coming from Brewerville? If I'm coming to, does it only have to be at MONROVIA City Hall?
Yes, and this is also going to prevent the issue of fraud. It's also going to guarantee legitimacy and transparent transaction.
Let's leave fraud alone for a little bit.
Yeah, so again, let me say, we want to encourage our residents. The city hall is just on Fresh Street Sinker. Visit the one-stop shop center at the MONROVIA City Corporation for the payment of all of your municipal taxes and every obligation that you have with the city government. Do not pay money to people on the side. Do not pay money to people on the side. The one-stop shop center was established with the sole purpose of guaranteeing legitimate transaction, convenient and faster transaction with the city government. And this is one of the accolades that we take pride in at the city hall.
So before we open the lines, because I'm not taking a lot of calls, let's look at partnership and relationship with. Let's take my people, Newtown, the Ball Road, Newtown.
Okay.
Looking Town. Dwala. What is the relationship you have with them?
Excellent. So, in fact, when I joined the city corporation several months back, one of the first coverage that we had to attend to as Director of Press and Public Affairs was a donation ceremony at the Nukutown, the borough of Nukutown. A consignment of equipment was donated to the borough of Nukutown. We have forged partnership with the borough of Nukutown and other townships as well in Liberia. We are providing support to them, even though.
Do you care to name them?
You have Gawulo, you have the
Gawulo.
You have Ghanarsville Township as well. We are working with them. The Congo Town Township. We also forge partnership with them also. In fact, we are making intervention in places that you will say outside of the jurisdiction of the city corporation. We had a situation in the township of Virginia. The residents, schools of residents took to the street to protest about a garbage that had been there for several years running. That evening, the mayor received a phone call from the township commissioner. We immediately had to respond to that situation from MONROVIA. I'm telling you, 4 trucks were in line
going to Virginia. Today, that particular spot that leads to because you have, I think that's you have a number of prominent people living within that banjo belt. They can attest to that. That place, from the day the city corporation left its footprint there, its imprint, that place continues to remain clean. It is no longer a place for garbage disposal. I'm telling you, we are making impact in those places. Let's talk about Slipway. You had a public latrine there that also lied in ruins for more than 8 years. It took the intervention of Mayor John Cherry Safa to have renovated that facility. Prior to the renovation of that facility, the residents there were using the Miserado River as a source for biological dislodging or biological relief. That was what they were using it for. The Miserado River. When we renovated that facility, they thank you. It was too much. Thank you very much.
They thank you were just too much.
Let's go to the line now and have your say on the show. Call us on those numbers 0777 777 Good morning.
Good morning.
Kimia, good morning.
That's Artemis.
Go ahead.
This is one of the best shows you have ever.
Kimia, I want you.
That salon in studio speaking for the city hall. When they started, the water and sewer and the public works they were in joint administration. I have given them 99%, but today I'll give them 1% because he's just sugarcoating this stuff. It's going around Newport and the density construction that those stores that have been put there just for bananas. You see that still? The 7 people go to work and yesterday they're folk in those stores that they put banana and like that. I think they have to leave the offices and monitor the people on the field. Now, I'm going to go this. The success of State Hall is not in the office. Get on the field and monitor the water. And therefore, if you don't do your work, we fire you. Okay, you. And you monitor the workers. Because it's not a free job. So thank you very much. I'm on the right lane.
Thank you very much. Call me on that number 0777 107. You'll be live on 5050 on Sky 107. Let's go back to line 3. Talk to our next caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. What's your name?
Good morning, T-Mac. I don't want tea.
D, good morning.
Yes, I'm calling to talk on the show. T-Mac, you know what I learned from the market? The city police, all the people saying they are not fair. They will take the market and go and carry it behind the building and share the people market. When you not get them 500 or 1,000, they will not give the people the market. When you say you see the market, carry to the office, but they will not do it. They will share among themselves. After you, I will take that picture. I will take that picture and send it to you, Tigma. To show you because I sent to the market.
I hope Vani is listening to that because you see a lot of officers of the MCC in the pickup, they take people's goods. I've seen that several times. If you confiscate the goods or if you stop them from selling, it should be reported to the office instead of carrying them behind. Good morning, my brother. What's your name?
Yes, my name is MyLiberianPeople, political apostle, and I call on the power of Christian.
Go ahead, Apostle.
Okay, thank you very much. And let me appreciate Mr. Fanny in studio. I think he expanded lengthily. And then to hear for our star, we that reside in the farm of Futa, and then with the workaholic attitude of this governor, is extremely well interested in Rama this year. And then because send the senator on here, they have put mechanism in place for the guests to be taken from the street. Today now, the entire borough is green. The entire borough has gone green. Send the senator on here. So I think that for all ways of this country, I think that this government is doing extremely well. Unless now, like Mr. Siapa, there are so many things that people have to say. But what I want to say to him is that he shouldn't be deterred. He should do what is right, and then he shouldn't go back and next year because it just happened in our country.
Thank you very much. Call me on that number on 0777 You'll be live from 5050 on Sky 107. Our special studio guest is Salvani Dis. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Siwa.
Good morning, my brother. What's your name?
My name is Washington Barrow. I joined the conversation for my Saturday.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to commend the process being here, and I want to tell you it's also for the hard work. But I just want to make few recommendations, like what he's trying to do now. Because of the publicity, I want to please break the situation down. Like he said, because most of the people who are in the market, they don't want to see the people. Then he break it down, and I want to say, that is we'll go and we'll see the market on the street, we'll see it from there, we'll try it. Another thing it has to do with along the commercial road. There are garages, there are stores along the road, there are people living along the road. And if people sit there and people come and dump just in the unit. So I want to send a commercial report why there were a lot of people who live along the road. I was the direct chairman for the community so I can monitor the unit. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's go to the line. Talk to our last caller. Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Cody calling from Benson Space.
Go ahead.
My question is, tomorrow we are test supporters. So if they decide to move on the street, then how will live in the city?
So that wait.
Yeah.
So you self-supporter now, so that industry might be.
It doesn't mean I was.
No, the one asking you is because you self-supporter, so might be in the street now.
No.
Oh,
but sometimes when they say your market, they will.
No, Baba, you want to say your name market? You want to say your market? Vanny say go to City Hall, register, tell them what you want to say. Then they tell you where to go. That's what the law is. Thank you very much. That was all the callers we have. One of the callers said you gotta tune down your.
Very simple. Okay. Yeah. So the first caller talked about the relationship between the city corporation, the Ministry of Public Works, and the LWSC.
Mm-hmm.
That relationship is well on course. If he did listen to me repeatedly, I mentioned about the joint exercise between the city corporation and that of the Ministry of Public Works. So that relationship is well on course, and we are enjoying a frantic one with these institutions. So that's just to respond to that. There was someone who made allegations about city police officers taking or confiscating their goods and then not reporting it to the office.
Mm-hmm.
If that person has to come forward with that complaint, and if it is established, if it is looked into and is established to be true, obviously actions will be taken. And I can say to that person right now, we have cases with MONROVIA City Police officers.
You have a hotline?
We do have a hotline that we can even announce on your platform right now. So we have two numbers.
Okay.
You have 888. The first number is 888.
That's a hotline number.
Yeah.
It's 888
828 906. That's the first one.
906.
The second one is 779 0779
0779
18 with 4 zeros.
With 4 zeros.
Again, the hotline 08888 28906. An alternative is 0779 180000.
Oh, 000.
Yes.
Now, okay, that 40.
The 4 zeros.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are the hotlines. You can call those numbers to make inquiries.
Yes.
The city hall.
Or to call those numbers to see whether the guys in the street are misbehaving.
So those numbers are intended for many reasons.
Okay.
You call to make inquiries. Even those who want to establish who want to go in the street as petty traders, you can call to make inquiries. You can call those numbers to report instances of perhaps alleged misconduct of people from the city corporation as well. So those are the hotlines for the public to call. And once you call those numbers, you can rest assured that you have people responding to you instantly.
Our time is up, but let me ask you. What you're struggling. You're doing all kind of things you can do to make Monrovia city, to make Monrovia and its environs clean. That's a difficult job to do. Jefferson Koji said he was not a dumper hero. Jaffa has chosen to be a dumper hero. He has to do the work well. But what is this fraud thing? This is shocking. And the information that we're reading, and that the controller has fled the city, the country is somewhere in Osu in Ghana. That, come on, how can the city mayor be so robust? And at the back, money is slipping through people's fingers.
So
there is no control.
Let me use your platform to bring the public up to speed with this issue.
What is this fraud about? Is that lack of control or what?
No. So we have a number of fraud cases that we are investigating. And those cases were sanctioned, those investigations were sanctioned. They were commissioned by the mayor of the Monrovia City Corporation. He constituted a special investigative team to look into these allegations when they were emerging. You have issue of employees complaining about the illegal deduction of money from their salaries. You have a case of people who were impersonating and involved with extortion. You have a case of payroll theft. You have a case of fake bank slip. So let me go over them. 4 businesses had gone to pay their taxes to the state government. So payment was made to this individual, and then that money, according to them, it was sent to the MCC EcoBank account. So they had taken a bank slip to the revenue section to obtain receipt to give those receipts to the businesses. But then it was established that those receipts were fake. And when we contacted the bank also informed us that there was no money sent to the MCC account at EcoBank. That's one of the cases under investigation. You have an issue where people wake up to go and issue solid waste inspection letters to businesses when they are not authorized to do so, when they do not work in directory that should be doing that. You have an issue, like I talked about, the situation with employee salary being illegally deducted. But you have an issue also with people illicitly withdrawing money from the accounts of the city corporation.
All points out to lack of control.
Well, if a system had not been put into place, this would not have been uncovered.
We have another day, you and I.
Yeah, I just want to say
we have another day, you and I, to discuss the apparent fraud at MCC.
Yeah.
And maybe I need to talk to the MC, the city mayor himself to address this, because if you have partners who want to help you in doing the way you want to do, they put in their finances there to help you.
We do understand.
And you don't have an effective control.
We do understand the ramifications associated with these fraud cases, and this is why he took the very first step to have launched investigation T-Max.
The controller is gone.
You see, when I was actively
some of the guys that have to give a kind of this is gone.
When I was,
let me help you with that one. There will be another time we discuss this.
Yeah.
If Sharon wants to do an effective job, he has to keep his eyes open. The accounts, he must see the account balance before they leave. Before he gets up the next day, you should see it. If you have partners that are supporting your ideal because they are laudable ideas, and there is no control, that would chase them away.
Well, it is because of the system, like I'm saying, the systems that were put into place, those were the reasons for which we were able to uncover these things.
Some people left. Vanny, you don't get this.
Yes, so when the investigations were launched, you had a process ongoing. So when people
get the investigation ongoing.
Yeah, you have a number of investigations ongoing.
Into the fraud.
Yeah. I'm telling you, and these
you are not making any arrest. Have you made any arrest?
People were suspended. I'm coming now.
Suspended of what?
People were suspended.
You take the money in cahoots with one financial institution. I don't want to call it, because if I call the financial institution, then people would be the wrong on the bank.
And in fact, we have already taken our account from that institution.
Okay.
The MCC no longer has an account with.
Thank you very much. Our time is up, brother D. Thank you very much. I wish you well. It's good. Some people say talk is cheap. Action is reality.
And this is the reality that the Liberian people will see. And like I indicated, this enforcement exercise is going to be robust. This enforcement exercise will be intense. This is going to be another story that the people will see and know that the MCC has been in the streets. And this exercise is going to get started by next week. We are in the awareness phase. We don't want people to say, you're taking us by surprise. We didn't know. You tell us. Yeah. Then people will be there always say, but it's so beyond the radio. They so do this. This is what we're doing. Yeah. This is what we're doing. You will not be caught by surprise. But even as that, T-Max, you live in a society that is governed by law. You don't need to repeatedly remind me that what the Constitution say regarding this and that, right? So we expect that people should know that you shouldn't say on the sidewalk. We expect that people should know that someone who is visually impaired, you cannot further impair their movement by being on the sidewalk.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so these are the things that we'll be looking up for.
Thank you very much. When MONROVIA was called the Crystal Police, there was a slogan assigned to that. And that slogan has a biblical reference. Cleanliness is next to godliness. No wonder then Monrovia City was called the Crystal Police. It's after Christ. Christ being clean and holy, our people expected our city to be. And they lived in that clean and holy city before. Until our ugly chapter came and turned everything upside down. Siafa has to come and clean up the mess to bring back that days of cleanliness is next to holiness. On that note, we come to the end of this edition of 50/50. My name is Steve Max. Tomorrow morning again, I'll be here to discuss another issue. Maybe a special day to discuss what is happening with the monies at the MCC. Bye-bye for now. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.